What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are on this, the 25th of April, sitting at about $367 right now, up 4%. Not a bad thing, man. Not bad at all. 3 hours left in the day here. Bitcoin's up. It was just above 95K. We were almost pushing 96K actually, and I do think that it's going to grow over the weekend. So, MSTR people, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're thinking about buying, it's probably a good time to buy. It's probably not the best time to buy, right? It's certainly not ideal buying the highs. You're definitely chasing here, but if you want to get in before the next high comes in, I'm expecting that next week you will open with a gap up. I think that by the time MicroStrategy opens up on Monday, Bitcoin will be above 100K. By the time it closes today, it's going to be around here. So you're going to get a gap up, right? Does that make sense? Nice Adam or Eve and Adam double bottom here. Beautiful, beautiful pattern right there. You're seeing the follow through. It doesn't stop here. Your minimum measure move, your minimum target based off the measure move, I should say. That's better. Is a lot higher than where we are now, right? You're at 367. This measure move doesn't stop until you're above $500, till you're basically at your all-time highs. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me if sometime next week you were well above $400. I don't know if you'll be at 500 by the end of next week, but you could be. That'd require a massive move, but you could be. I think more so what's going to happen is that you are above 400. You're probably pressing 400 to $420, somewhere in that area there. You're on your way up, and ultimately you're on your way to breaking out to new all-time highs, right? If we're looking at this on the RSI, looking at the daily RSI here, you're postured in a way where you will get to the overbought zone. I really do expect that if you close here today, fine. You're in a position where you could reject, but next week you'll open up, gapping up. You'll be moving up higher. You'll be deep in that overbought zone. Once you get overbought, you guys, you don't stop. Okay. You get overbought, the party just begins, and it's volatile along the way. You have moments where you get out of it and come back into it, of course, but ultimately you're just moving up week after week, right? You look at it at a daily time frame, it looks rather ugly, but we zoom it out to a weekly time frame, it's beautiful. You're just moving up in a straight formation here, gaps on gaps to the upside. If we're comparing this move to anything that we've seen this cycle so far, right? Here's your bear cycle. Here's the beginning of your bull cycle. I'm assuming that this next move, this next endeavor, wherever it may take you, above $1,000, above $1,300 even, it's probably going to be very similar to this movement here from a low to a high, or this movement here from, I'm going to take this low to high, actually, this low to a high here, right? And if you notice, these moves, as we're progressing throughout the cycle, they're only getting bigger. So this move will be bigger than any move that you've seen this cycle. That's the conclusion that I'm trying to make here, okay? So 377% there from the low, same area, 355%. Let's put these, that would give you a $1,058 target, or something on the lines. Let's move it a little bit higher. Something like $1,100, something in that area. Yeah, that could be where you go. But it's probably not going to be where you go. You're probably going to see a bigger move than that, right? That's what we just said. So expectation would be that on average, based on these moves, that you stop here. But if you're with me in the sense that you think that it's going to see a bigger move, the biggest move of the cycle so far, then this is the minimum standard, right? From a high to a low here, I'm going to delete the bottom line because it's just who cares, right? If from a high to a low here, that is right below our 1886, right there at $1,153. It's also right below this $1,300 level. This area here has been a long anticipated target that we've had for months. It's very possible, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, it's very possible that MicroStrategy achieves this level by the end of June, if not very early July, but I think it will be by the end of June. If you're not there, my only assumption would be that you're at higher prices. This really could blow things out of the water, you guys. We could see a price at $1,600 or above. We could see a price at $2,100 or above by the end of this move, by the end of June, if not early July, right? Something crazy is coming our way. And I don't think people are bullish enough. The other thing that I'm expecting is that this move is going to happen faster than people expect it to. You're going to think that there's all these pullbacks along the way, and there will be. There will be volatility. But I think that it's going to get away. It's going to get a far ways away from this low point here before it gives you any volatility. This move is going to happen super fast, and I don't think it stops here. Is all I'm trying to say, right? We're at 366. The expectation is to go to $1,150, $1,200 at a minimum, something above $1,600 at a potential maximum, or even $2,100 at a potential maximum there. Okay, you've got a lot of growth to go. Weekly RSI, we're looking at this here. You're bouncing on your indicator at the same area you bounced from last time whenever you saw this last move here. It wasn't the same area that we bounced from on this one here, but whatever. whatever, man. You're getting lower lows in the RSI. You're getting higher lows in the price. Look that up. Look it up on Google. I bet you can look it up on Google. What does it mean when I get lower lows in the indicator but higher lows in the price? It's called hidden bullish divergence. That's what it is. So that's a good thing. It marks continuation. It signals continuation, and continue we will. Daily time frame, bullish as hell, right? We already said that. 3 hour time frame, dude, super bullish here. Yeah, crazy. I'm curious to see what happens next week, man. I think next week is going to be a good week. This week's good, but I think next week's going to be a good week too. You might consolidate a little bit, right? You're overbought on the one, but you can be overbought for quite some time. You might consolidate a little bit. Maybe you're at 367 now. Maybe you come back down to 350. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you go to 350, if you go down to 330, you're okay. If you go lower than that, you're okay. You're still forming higher lows overall, right? Like you're okay. But I don't think that happens. Looking a little bit. I don't know. You got the 15-minute makes me think that you want to go up higher. We'll see. It really does depend on Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin keeps moving, MicroStrategy is going to keep moving. But one thing's for certain, right? Being here at 367, turbulence or not, if you go down to 350 or not, whatever, you've got higher to go. Okay. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope the message is well received and clear. Monthly RSI is bullish as hell, guys. This is super bullish. Getting overbought, bouncing off your 60, getting back overbought, that's super bullish. Okay. We're in the right areas to see a massive pump over the coming months. And I think that by the end of June, if not very early July, we'll see MicroStrategy at well over $1,000, if not maybe even above $2,000. But we'll see how it goes. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. If I really had an expectation as to where I think MicroStrategy is going to go to, even though we've done the math on MSTR to Bitcoin, and it actually makes more sense to call for prices above $1,600 than below, I'm sticking with that $1,100 to $1,300 call. I'm sticking with that. If we go above that, cool. I'm fine with that. Exceed my expectations, make people more money. I'm okay with that, but that's the expectations that I have laid out, okay? Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.